Have you ever wanted to enhance your speaking skills but found it a little bit challenging to practice on your own? Today I've got the perfect guide to help you improve your speech. Hi everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I see Monvie. So let's dive in. Record yourself. When you talk to yourself, you don't have such a possibility to notice and correct all of your mistakes, as otherwise you will pause after each word and it will be very frustrating. But what you can do is to record yourself when you speak in your target language. Just choose a random topic and talk about it. And after this, you can listen to your speech and analyze it. Analyze all of the mistakes that you made, how was your pronunciation, and etc. But you really need to work on it. Don't just leave it and hope that one day this problem will be solved even without your efforts. Also, recording yourself can be a way of monitoring your progress and keep you motivated, as you can always get back to that old record and compare it with your progress now. Don't worry if your voice sounds completely different in recording than in your real life. It's okay, because when you talk to yourself, you hear your voice from inside, but when you listen to something, you already use only your ears. So recording yourself can improve your speech, as when you talk to yourself, you can miss some mistakes and continue making them over and over. Don't focus on speed. When you focus on speed, you lose control over pronunciation and context in general. You even can't notice your grammar mistakes. For someone, it can seem really cool, as when you speak fast, it means that you are fluent, but actually, it's a myth. Usually, you even think vice versa. If this person speaks very fast, it means that she's a bit nervous or she's unsure of what she's saying. It's always better to speak slowly than to run in a race in your speech. Focus on pronunciation, how you pronounce certain words and sounds. Also, don't forget about grammar. Speaking fast doesn't improve your English. Moreover, you even make more mistakes and you're unable to correct them, so you don't make any progress in your learning. Sometimes natives speak truly fast, but they are already used to that, as they have been speaking in this language since their childhood. They don't even need to overthink every single sound or grammar structure. It just happens on automatic. But you, as a language learner, have to pay attention to that. Otherwise, how are you going to make progress? Maybe you speak so fast because you're concerned about your communication partner's time, and you think that if you will not explain your point in 30 seconds, this person will just go away. Like, you've exceeded 30 seconds limit. I'm very busy, so I'm off. But actually, not every person will do like that. So take your time and express your point in a calm mode. When I started learning English, I was consuming a lot of content at 1.5 speed, and I thought that it was cool, and actually my English improves. Yeah, you understand natives at high speed. It's not even the fact that they talk like this in real life, but who knows, you have to be prepared for everything. So I just got used to that, and when I changed speed to normal, it was so weird for me. Thank God I've never do that with movies. But as for videos on YouTube, you understand that you can save your time, so why not to use this opportunity? Now I can still speak like that, but I try to control myself, as firstly, it's much more easier to express your opinion when you have time to think, and secondly, you have a possibility to monitor your pronunciation, as for me it's also very important. Don't try to reach fast speed. Focus on pronunciation and fluency. Incorporate new phrases into your speech. It's the best opportunity, finally, to use those words which you learned 2 months ago. Otherwise, why do you learn them if you never add them to a speech? You don't need to waste that possibility when you'll be able to talk to a native and use all of them. You can do this right now, and these words will actually become a part of your speech. You will not even think about them. For example, you can make a list of words which you've learned recently and try to use them when talking to yourself. By the way, it's better to use those words which you know that they will come in handy in your future. Don't add every single word to a speech just because you have it in your flashcards. For instance, if you add just random words about flat objects or wild animals to a speech, you will not actually improve it. You will not talk to a native speaker about wild animals unless you both like them. So there is no need to practice all of your words. You can write thousands of them, but use in your speech like 100 or 200 on a regular basis. By learning less amount of words but useful ones, you make your language journey easier as you can focus on important words. Expand your grammar usage. Speaking using simple tenses is great and easy, but actually you need something more serious. When you know advanced tenses, it will be easier for you to consume content in English, as not everyone uses only simple tenses. For sure, for using more advanced grammar, you need actually to learn it. I'm not saying that you need to use all those 12 tenses that exist in English language in your speech, because there are some tenses that are used very rarely, but I've noticed that a lot of people avoid using perfect tenses, and perfect continuous is just a dark forest for them. Actually, I'm talking about English learners, but even natives don't use these tenses that much. If you will use simple tenses, of course, everyone will understand you, but your level in English will remain at A1, A2. So, how can you incorporate new tenses in your speech if you've never used them? You need to start making sentences in these tenses. Just random simple sentences. At first, you will need to monitor your speech to understand when it's reasonable to use, for example, present perfect. And recording yourself can help you with this. Just analyze your speech and notice these moments. With more practice, of course, you will start using these tenses even without thinking, but you need to start at least from something to get to that point. I don't even remember last time when I was using any future tenses, except future simple, of course. Like, who uses future perfect or future perfect continuous in his speech? Or did you see any comment on social media with these tenses? Okay, I know that probably you don't pay attention to that, and that's why I say that you will not use all these 12 tenses. You don't need them, but at least if you will learn them, that would be great. When you start learning English, focus on the most used tenses. Don't start from future perfect continuous, for example, or past perfect continuous. You don't need them at the beginning. Don't neglect short sessions. Who said that you need to spend hours of practicing to actually improve your speech? Of course, if you spend hours, your result will be much better and faster. But not everyone has such an opportunity. And I think that after speaking to yourself in your target language for an hour, you will need a week of rest to recover, especially if you are a beginner. Some people think that either you will practice speaking for the whole session when you will have time, or you will not practice at all, it will be useless, and you will just waste your time. But you know what? With such a mindset, you will never do that, because you will never be able to find that much time for that. Even I don't have speaking sessions with myself for hours. I can talk to native speakers online, but I can't even imagine that I will be talking to myself with no reason just for an hour. It's really gonna be strange. Moreover, English is not the only language that I learn, so I really have to dedicate enough time to each of my languages. Even if you have only 5 minutes to practice your speaking, it will be more than enough. Just choose any topics that you like, press that button on the recorder and start speaking. Also, not every speaking session has to be a session when you incorporate new words, new grammar, correct all of your mistakes, etc. Sometimes it can be just a relaxing session when you focus on fluency and improving your speech. It's up to you. You can continue making excuses that you don't have enough time, or you can actually add short speaking sessions into your life and improve your language. Make daily speaking practice a habit. If you're not consistent in your speaking practice, your progress will be very slow. It's better to do short sessions every day than one learn for 2 hours just once a week. Like, do you really think that it will improve your speaking in any way? Really? You forget almost everything and your progress drops. For example, those words which you try to integrate into a speech, you really need to practice them daily, otherwise it will not work. Also, you can make it a habit by incorporating this into your routine. When you do something, name your actions or make plans in English. It will help you to get used to using this language every day. And even when you don't have practice sessions, you still make progress. Because no matter what fancy vocab you learn, advanced grammar, if you don't practice it regularly, it doesn't make any sense. Remember, while self-practice is available, seeking additional real-life conversations is equally essential. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you soon in my next videos. Bye.